Hey y'all, it's Shani. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in, all you new subbies. Thank you all so much. We're almost at 1,000 followers, and you all already know once we hit 1,000 subbies, I'm doing a major giveaway to 3 aspiring or already Daiquiri shop owners. All right, so I'm very excited about that. I appreciate all of the support, the love, and everything you all continue to do to motivate me every day to come on here and give you all advice. All right, so we're going to be talking about today how to get business funding for your business. Okay, so first I'm going to speak to the existing entrepreneurs already and Daiquiri shop owners. This is a way to get business funding, all right? So, and I'm recording here today in my Daiquiri shop in Texarkana, all right? So I decided to get on here and give y'all some tips tonight. When you're seeking, additional funding for your business, let's say this month you're short or you're needing more inventory, supplies, you got this repair to fix or whatever. There are some companies out there that you can get funding from that's not a bank. And it's not considered technically a business loan. It's just considered working capital for your business, and it's strictly off of your finances you make per month. So this amount is going to be based off of the revenue you're generating every month. All right. So with these companies, the requirements simply is to have a credit score that's at least 500 or above, to at least have a business bank account that's been open for at least 3 to 6 months, and you need to make at least $5,000 a month, and you need to be in business for at least 3 to 6 months. All right, those are just the very bare minimum, simple requirements to even apply. Okay, the process is really easy, really short. They base it off of your bank statements, right? So with the application, you'll fill in all of your business information, all of your, EIN numbers and all of those good things. And then you're going to submit in your 3 most recent bank statements from your business bank account, okay? The most important part to remember about approval with this process, with using your bank statements, is that you want to be sure to make sure you're not showing any negative days. Okay, I think the max that most companies will accept is like 5 to 8 negative days throughout the statement. So your statement is for a total month. So some people's statements don't go from the 1st to the 31st. Like mine is on the 15th. So they want the most recent 3 bank statements, and they're going to look at all 3 statements to see if you have more than 5 to 8 negative ending balance days, meaning that if your account is in negative today, tomorrow, and the next day after, and then you had 2 good days, and then the next week you got like another 2-3 bad days, and then you got some good days, and then you got another bad day, just because of that 1 month, they're not going to approve you. They're not going to approve you because it's too many negative days. If you have a continuous good history of you're getting your deposits in, revenue staying at least above $5,000, and you don't have, any or minimum amount of negative ending balance days, then your chances are very high of getting approved. All right, which is what you want. Once again, they're only going to give you a percentage based off of the total revenue that you're generating on a monthly basis. Okay, so if you are generating, let's say, $10,000 a month, all right, so 9 times out of 10, they will approve you to most likely $5,000 to maybe $6,000-$7,000. Okay, they're not going to give you the whole 10 grand, but they will give you a nice percentage because that's your monthly average revenue that they see that you're making. So they're going to give you something that you can maintain. All right. With these companies, it is not like a traditional loan where you pay every month. So when you get your first funding, from whatever company you choose, you will have to make daily payments or weekly payments. They will automatically take this out of your business bank account. So you don't have to worry about anything. Monday through Friday, they draft out these payments. Holidays, weekends, they don't draft out. So your payment amount is going to be based upon how much money you're actually accepting from this company. Okay, so the payment can range from anywhere from $50 to $200 a day. Once again, it's all based upon how much you actually accept, how much you're generating a month, and all of that plays a big part in your interest and how long they're stating that you may take to pay this back. All of that's going to play a part. I'm sorry, there's no interest, okay? The only thing with these loans or funding companies that you need to be aware of, the only bad thing about these companies is that they don't add on a daily interest rate, but they do add on a fee. So let's say if you do borrow, you decide to accept, $5,000, they may add on an additional $2,000 for you to pay them back. So technically your loan amount will end up being $7,000. But that's what you have to pay back. But unfortunately, you're not even going to receive that full $5,000. They're going to take off like a wiring fee and some other fees. So you might be down to like $4,200 when it's all said and done. But yet you still have to pay back like this $7,000. You see what I'm saying? So that's the real downfall about that, is because you end up paying a lot and you don't even really get the full amount, and depending on the state of your emergency or just what you're trying to do, or, how quickly you're trying to get the funds, it's a good option. Okay. It's a good starter option. And I've only used it once so far. So I liked it. It was pretty cool. I just wanted to see it first. I'm not going to lie. I kind of thought this was like a scam. I was like, is this legit? But it was. It really was. And they have so many different companies, that they can help you. I have a few recommendations of just representatives that I've talked to, and I've kind of done research to, let you all know about. There, I post them in our group that we have on Facebook, in our private group. So they're all posted on there. I'm one day going to add them to the ebook, but they're not there yet. But literally, if you just Google, business funding, business startup funding, so many different companies will pop up. So you can find whatever company you feel is best for you, or their requirements are normally online. And if you see like one that follows under where you have their requirements, kind of, matches what is your situation at that moment, then go for it. Okay. So the closer you are to the requirements, the better you are, you can, for you to get approved. And typically you can get your money within 1 to 2 days. So that's really fast to get all of this money that you didn't have Monday, but now Wednesday you do. So it's a good alternative and an option for you to get some money, okay? Another thing of it is if you are using Clover, Square, or PayPal, and Shopify, these are like the 4 off the top of my head. There could be more. And if you know more, put them in the comments, okay? Because I don't use all these other merchant services. So anyways, if you use any of those POS systems that you're collecting your money from whenever you're doing transactions, they also do the same thing as these third-party companies as well. They have their capital funding department where they basically go off the amount of card total that you're processing a month. They use that. And they decide as well, same process, on how much they're willing to give you. The only difference with this is that it's going to come directly out of your batch. So they're going to take a percentage out, and it's going to come directly out of your batch before you even get paid out. So that's kind of a cool thing, because you don't even get to like look at it. Don't even get to like hit your account. It just already automatically comes out. And after the halfway mark for both options, you typically can renew and you can get more funding. Okay, so like I use Clover. I like Clover so far. Not too crazy prices. I know in the ebook I was using Axel Pay at first. They're good starting out, but when you start generating a lot of high numbers and you want to start integrating more, tools for your customers and accommodations, and even just as on a business scale to keep track of things, Clover to me has a really good startup system. I don't know if there's some others, but it's all about what you prefer and what works for you and what you're really looking for your system and keeping up with all of your business needs. But for me, that's who I use, and they offer that. So if you have Clover, you need to look into that and to see if you qualify for any, it's called Clover Capital, okay, or just any capital. So any of those companies, just ask them, does your business qualify? Normally it's the same requirements. It's not really based off your credit history, just making sure that you have at least a 500 credit score. So, I mean, it's pretty lenient, nothing too tough. I know, like the bank, sometimes you need business plans and a certain credit score and all kinds of things first before even being considered. And it's a little bit more lengthy than these two steps. But this, like I said, these are both two good options for you to always have money whenever you need it. So look into those options if you're needing more business funding, especially during this time. You know, like I said, this is probably our last month of it being kind of slow. Hopefully for next month, it will pick up, until at least October. So in the meantime, if you are needing to do some things, like I said, you need extra money for whatever, these are great options that are really quick and easy for you to get approved. All right. Now, that's for all of my established business owners, Daiquiri shop owners, whatever. You already have all of that stuff set up because you should be operating out of a business checking account. You've been open for at least 3 to 6 months. Your bank account's been open. So it'll be really easy for you to go ahead and get started. So you could actually do that today. So don't wait. If you know you have these requirements, like I said, go online, call these companies, see what they're looking for. If you match that, if they match you, go for it. All right. Now, if you are a complete new business owner and you're working towards opening up, your business, but you're still needing funding, here's like a thing that you could do, right? You can open up a business checking account, and y'all already know tax time is about to hit. So some of y'all are about to get these big old tax checks. And even if it's not, even if it's small, even if it's just $1,000, start off opening up you a business checking account with at least, $1,000 to $5,000, whatever you can afford to do. But mostly if you can hit $5,000, that would look great to start you off with, because technically most companies do want to see a minimum of $5,000. I know 2 companies that will accept $4,000, but once again, it's still close to 5. So your chances will be a lot better, and you'll be able to get a little bit more funding, to kind of assist you, to really, really assist you. So if you can start off with $5,000 in your checking account, that would be perfect. Okay, so be smart this tax season with investing that, okay? Because you just need to let it sit. You need to let it sit for at least 3 months. In the meantime, you can use, because they're going to ask you, most of these companies are going to ask, who are you using to generate, your who's the person or the company who processes your payment. Okay, that's where the Clovers and PayPals and Squares and all that comes in at. So what you can do is you can always have transactions coming from, let's say, for instance, you have the POS system already. All right. You can ring yourself up for $100 every day. So pretty much you're paying your own company $100 every day, just so that money can get paid out to your business checking account. And you keep doing this, you keep doing this, you keep doing this. You will not only build up a rapport, with the company, you're now also showing steady deposits from electronic deposits into your bank account. You can add in money and you can do electronic transfers. That's fine and all, but they're going to want to know exactly who's the company who's paying, who's doing the payout for the payments, because that's more legit. So like I said, these companies, they do have like small fees and things, but it's worth it because at the same time, that you're about to use this seriously. So it's like, why not? So I would only recommend doing this when like you're about to go ahead and open up, or it's becoming really, really soon for you to open up. That's when I would suggest that. All right. And so in the meantime, once you get that established, you get 3 months of that down packed, you can apply, you can get some money. And then if you need to pull from that account, you can. So that's kind of a way to kind of finesse it until you actually get up and running. Just try it and see. My last point of advice for anyone who's looking for funding or starting a business or has a business, make sure you have separate bank accounts. I can't stress that enough. Make sure you have an account to operate out of and an account that only accepts your deposits and your payouts, because that will help reduce the chances of you not getting approved. That will help reduce the chances of you not getting approved because of those negative days, because we all have slow days and different things going on, with your account. And so in order to stay in good standing at all times, make sure that you're having all your money being deposited into one account, and you can transfer what you need over to your operating account where you pay your bills and different things out of. It's just because they would much rather see withdrawals than negative days. Withdrawals are not going to hurt you, but those negative days will. So use 2 bank accounts to handle your business with, to pay bills with, and 1 account to accept all your money with. And then if you really want to be extra and making sure everything stay organized, get you a separate account for your employees for payroll. You could do, whether if you're an established business owner or a new business owner. I hope this really helps you all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And talk to you all later. Bye.